It's the cold hard truth. Everyone really want to know what's going on with her show. Just get on the air and you will know it's Sandra. The queen of the mile road is here, helping people from everywhere. Get on the phone and you will hear Sandra. Now she will tell you how it goes, but don't you ever step on her toes, 'cause you will hear the cold hard truth from Sandra. They say she's the hero in town, helping people from all around. You get a call, your money is found, it's Sandra. Some will call her late at night just to say that there is a fight, and she will not just leave it alone. She'll get up and call on the phone, and when politics starts on her show, everyone really wants to know the way the things will really go with Sandra. Some will start to criticize, get on the show and tell pure lies, but someday we'll realize it's Sandra. When they start to argue again, she'll pull the heads to the wind, and soon you will be a friend of Sandra. 'Cause every day everyone wanna hear from Sandra. Every day everyone wanna hear from Sandra. 'Cause every day everyone got to hear from Sandra. 'Cause every day everyone got to hear from Sandra.
My name is Williamson Henson. I'm from 13 Caicos. I just completed my hip surgery in Health City through National Health Insurance Board. I had a dirt bike accident. I hit really hard. I lost some teeth, some metal in my hands. I had metal on my right hand as well, on my left hand. Glass still remains on my knees, and I broke my socket bone, my hip bone. I broke the whole socket bone. And National Health Insurance Board gave me a call on my birthday. It made me cry, but I tried to hold my composure. It made me cry because I was waiting for 10 months. It was on a Wednesday, my birthday, and they say this Monday coming, you're going to Cayman Island to have a hip replacement surgery.
When Mr. Williamson came to us, he had a 10-month-old fracture which was operated at some other place, where he got a fragmented acetabulum which was into almost 4 to 5 parts, and his hip was out of his place. Also along with that, his right leg was shorter than left one by 2.5 inches, and he has a tremendous pain and was not able to walk and stand on that leg as well.
The first surgery affected my lifestyle because certain things I could not do for myself. It was all about crutches.
We removed the implant, cleared all the tissue, we put a new socket for there, and then the hip was replaced. And also we corrected the shortening, which was almost 2.5 inches, which came back to normal.
And he actually told me hip replacements in Cayman Island, you're gonna walk the same few hours. And what made me real happy is he said it and it was done for real. I started walking like literally in 23 hours.
Yeah, it's like a complex primary revision replacement. You can see that where you need to have some implants which are really advanced in the world, which we have at Health City. We have a dual mobility cup, which is a state-of-art, newer type of an implant, which is going to be making your hip absolutely stable, more durable, and has to function absolutely like a normal person.
I'll say a big thank you, first of all, to NIB and Health City caseworker and the host from Health City for communicating and well taking care of me behind my back. It was like every time I think about something, they already on it. It was my birthday. I was like quite happy because I was waiting on the call to get the surgery done. But I'm happy now it's done. I can walk. I just can't wait to get back to the kids and be like, oh, look at them. Thank you, Health City, for restarting my life with my hip replacement surgery.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, beautiful folks. Wagwan. How is everybody doing? We are here live and direct in the studio. Yes, we are. Hello, Instagram folks. So nice to see all of you. Windsor Park, good morning. Good morning to Washington Boulevard. Caymanians in Florida. Good morning to you as well. I had someone recently in the Caymanian in Florida group ask why we're sharing polls and certain things. And I'm like, you might live in Florida, honey child, but if you're a Caymanian, you better still care about what's happening in your little country. And I mean, it doesn't matter how long you've lived abroad or overseas. What is happening in this little rock matters, because many of you will one day potentially want to come back home. And to be honest, even if you don't, I would think that all the things that are happening here should still matter to you. But I could be wrong. Some people don't care if they feel like it's not directly affecting them. I'm just like, what a mess. What a mess. What a mess, honey child. So today is my birthday. Thank you so much for all of the amazing birthday greetings that I've been getting so far. And even got a special little video by Miss Charm. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. What am I doing to celebrate? Well, not a whole lot. Marlon was just talking to me about dinner. But then I was like, oh, Gigi starts back school tomorrow. She needs to get to bed early tonight. And I can see all the excuses to stay up late. And you know, you can't have kids eating before right before bedtime, because then they really don't go to bed on time. And then they'll have all kind of upset stomach or all sorts of issues. So I'm undecided. Like, yeah, maybe we could do something on the weekend. I'm treated so good all the time that I'll be honest with you, you know, especially for the past 10 years and she's been around, most of my effort goes into doing a little something for her birthday. You know how it is when you've got kids that are around the same time as you. So it's all good. I'm good. Everybody else good? Yeah. Just thankful to have made it to another one. As what's his name there? DJ Khaled would say, another one. Mm-hmm. All good, all good, all good. Blessed and highly favored is what Miss Romelia would say this morning. Not too many aches and pains, a little bit here and a little bit there, but hey, we're not complaining. Feeling pretty good. Uh-huh. Had a little bit of foot pain last night, but I gotta find my Voltaren rub so I can rub that on my feet today. So we'll do some birthday greetings in a little bit. I know you guys want to call in. Appreciate the love and support. And Miss Odine just posted one. Thank you so much. Thank you. So lovely. I know my social feed is going to be blowing up here with all of your birthday greetings. Although someone said that they couldn't post on there, and I wonder if there's there's a restriction on. Sometimes Facebook does that. Oh, yes. In fact, I see where it's restricted. I'm going to open it up. I'll open it up for the day. Who can post on your profile? There we go. Now I see why you guys, because last night I was already getting complaints. I was trying to post on your profile. There. I just opened it up. Knock yourselves out, honey chill. Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you. So, everybody good? Buenos dias. Buenos dias. Mm-hmm. I was up too late last night doing some works. Like I said, school is starting back, so I had to prep the schedule, organize myself, print out the schedule, laminate the schedule, laminate the after-school activities. Lunch is ordered for the rest of the month. You know, all these little tidbits that you have to do to get kids ready. That summer break sure went by quickly. Where did it go? I don't know. I just know that we're here and we're starting over again. Yep. So the fourth grade, here we come. Nice. So I signed her up for some fun activities this year. I tried to encourage her to try new things. You know, kids want to do the same thing all the time. They get into their comfort zone. And she's like, I don't want to do that. And I said, okay, here's the deal. You get 3 after school activities for the week. And one has to be physical. So she told me she didn't want to play pickleball. She doesn't want to do pickleball. I was kind of forcing pickleball on her because, you know, I want her to be able to join me in the court. So she said, no more pickleball. I'm like, girl, you got a nice pickleball racket. You got a court at home. What is your excuse? We're going to start getting back out there. So no pickleball. And I said, okay, let's look at the other options. So she had like netball, football, something else. Anyway, we decided to do gymnastics this time around. And she's like, I can't do a split. I said, that's really not what gymnastics is about. I said, the good thing about gymnastics is I think it's going to teach you a thing or two about flexibility. And I said to her, flexibility is very important in life. I mean, I don't have enough flexibility in my legs and calf muscles and stuff. And as a result, it causes issues. So she's like, okay. So now she's all hyped about gymnastics. So I said, okay, 1 physical, 1 mental, and 1 artsy thing, because she loves her some art. So if she could do every single activity as art, she would. She said all day drawing and sculpture. She did sculpture last time. She wanted to do sculpture again. I said, no, you did that already. So let's try something different. So instead of sculpturing, she signed up for, what are we going to do? Some Lego thing. No. Art was comic books, drawings or something. So she's actually been reading a lot of these comic books as a book read during her summer reading, and she enjoys them. So I'm like, oh, that would be fun. And then her intellectual one, the one that's going to work the brain out a little bit, is Mandarin Chinese. So she's like, what's Mandarin Chinese? I said, Mandarin is the language. She thought it was Chinese. I said, Chinese are the people. So I said, yeah, that should be interesting. And then she said to me, why would I want to learn Mandarin Chinese? I said, honey child, I said, trust and believe me when I tell you, that would be such an asset if you were fluent in Mandarin. I said, it's China is like the number one country in the world. Forget the US of A. They're in a decline. And you could be very, very useful to corporations if you knew how to speak Mandarin. So she's like, they're young. You gotta put ideas in their head that are positive and encouraging and push them out of their comfort zone and get them to try something a little bit different. Because that's kids for you. They don't want to try anything different. They're like, the same old, keep it on. Some kids are very, very introverted. So you have to encourage them when people speak to them, to look people in the eye, to do a proper greeting. These are the things that children need parents for. You don't need to be teaching your children how to twerk. Trust me, that's not a skill that's worth anything out there. Instead, communication skills, people skills, giving a firm handshake, getting them to speak properly to people. That's what's going to get them further in life. Someone said to me last night after yesterday's discussion, they would love to see that young lady's grades that was out this weekend, the 15-year-old. I said, Lord Jesus. They said, unless she's, and they made me chuckle because they're like, even the twerking wasn't all that impressive. So she's not getting an A in twerking, maybe a B minus. I was like, oh, no, you didn't. You did not go there. But there you have it. We have to guide them and help them out, Yeah. Anyway, I got my first little birthday song. Zeus came and gave me a little birthday hug this morning. He's such a sweetie patootie. And here we are. Good morning to AJ. You drinking out of your CMR mug? Oh, speaking of mugs, let me show you the new one I got yesterday. Y'all know I love me a good mug and a good drinking cup. So I went to Becky's closet to get some school uniform tops. Big shout out to Becky. Girl, I didn't even know that was Becky. I thought Becky was some little English lady. Check out my new little mug. Got my beautiful coat of arms on one side. Blessed, beautiful, and beloved Cayman Islands on the other side. So this will be, I got one in red and one in blue. Thank you very much. Look at that. Most mornings I drink through a straw, so I don't have my straw this morning, but I'll get my little straw later on. Nice. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it. I love this color blue that's in her flag. Oh, yeah. So let me twist the top around. So that's what you guys see is the beautiful coat of arms. There we go. And I got myself, listen, I didn't know the uniform store had all these other things. So I ended up getting a hoodie. I think I might take that for my next vacation trip in September. Cayman Islands hoodie. I got to check the weather, though, because I'm not sure it's going to be that cold. But anyway, got my little Cayman Islands hoodie. And they have different designs with the hoodies. Some, the coat of arms is more prominent. Some, the Union Jack. They're not my favorite ones necessarily. but nice reds, nice blues. So Gigi and I got matching hoodies because she's like, oh, let's match. I said, sure, we can match. You know, it's not going to be forever that your kids want to match with you. So you better take it while you can. Morning, Miss Lucille. Miss Dorothy's in the house. Thank you so much for the birthday greetings, honey chow. Morning to Irvlyn. Beautiful Stephanie's here. How you feeling, mama? Thank you very, very much. Thanks, AJ. Strong Wilt, good to see you. Catherine Whitaker's in the house. Good morning, Miss Kathy. Damaris is here. Thank you for the birthday greetings. Hey, Adrian, how you doing, honey chow? Island Pearl says, may the good Lord bless you to live to see many, many more. I appreciate it. Wanda, morning. Thank you. Miss Jean Solomon is here with birthday greetings as well. Sabrina Turner. Is that the Sabrina Turner? Or is this another Sabrina Turner? Hold on. I think this is another Sabrina Turner because her name is hyphenated. Sabrina Dilshan Turner. Sabrina, look, there's another Sabrina Turner. Beautiful. Thank you, Sabrina. Delcy and Ben, thank you, ma'am. Miss Emma's here. Beautiful Linda, where have you been? We've missed you. Oh, we share the same birthday. I think I knew that. So there's a few people that share a birthday with me today. Oh gosh, help me remember now because I always forget. So David Dixon, I know, is one of them. Who else? When is Dr. Sydney's birthday? He's flying under the radar. I think he just had a birthday. I'm trying to remember now. But he's an August baby too. Hello, Leo. Trying to remember who else. Thank you, KK. Thank you, Irvelyn. Marshall, appreciate it. Miss Lisa, good morning. Morning, Debs. Deb was one of the first people, if not the first last night. She's all the way in Thailand to send me birthday greetings. Thank you, Miss Lucille. Oh my goodness, look at this. Thank you, Sarah Sue. Hello, Miss Gwendoly. Driandria. No, Driandria. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay. Hello, Miss Emma. Miss Amelia, thank you, ma'am. Susan Bodden in the house. Oh, such beautiful greetings. Thank you. Hello, Madam Patricia Blake. Thank you, ma'am. Carnith, thank you. She says, happy birthday to Sandy, the absolute best talk show host. Oh my gosh, you guys make me blush this morning. Wishing you a beautiful day filled with love, happiness, laughter, and many blessings. May this new chapter bring you continued success and many more wonderful years ahead. Enjoy your special day. Oh, mamacita. Thank you so, so much. I appreciate it. Hey, Joshua, how you doing? Thank you, sir. Lilaboo, I was actually thinking about you this morning. Thank you. Oh, yes. It's your ex-husband that I share birthday with as well. He's one of the people that we share birthday. And Sabrina Turner's husband, Eric, is another person. His birthday's today as well. So happy birthday to all of my birthday twins. Yeah. Morning, Sydney. Buy her the Babysitter's Club series of books. She will love it. She has every series imaginable. According to Marlon, I have a book fetish. You are always buying a book. I'm trying to see which ones I got around here. She's got all kind of series. Lots and lots of books. Because I'm trying to encourage love of reading. That's the key to so many amazing things in life. That's even the key to unlocking your creativity, being a good reader, a good writer. And so, yes, and I love me a good workbook. I just got some the other day called 180 Days. I don't know if your parents have heard of those, but it's like 180 days worth of reading. 180 days. Yes. Who's that? Good morning, ma'am.
I got you some water.
Oh, I had some water ready, but thank you so much. You can never have enough water, I think.
What?
I know.
I
I was planning ahead, Connie Chow. Give Mama a hug for her birthday. Okay, thank you. Did Dad walk Zeus yet? Oh, okay. Good morning.
1, 2, 3.
Oh my gosh, I get a song. Do it a little bit louder because I can barely hear it. Oh, it's a little bit low and I don't want the radio to cut you off. So thank you so much. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. AJ says Leo's rule. Happy Leo season. You know we do. Big shout out to Al Ebanks. Al just had a little birthday. I meant to go to the party, but then in my brain I had the wrong day. I thought it was Friday. It was actually Saturday. And then Friday, I was not in a good headspace after that verdict, so I didn't go. But then it was actually Saturday anyway. I was so confused. But happy birthday, my fellow Leo brother, Al Ebanks, extraordinary artist. Good morning, Miss Sonia, Yvonne, Risa, Rohan, Barbara G, Debbie Powery. Thank you guys. Trisha, appreciate it. Miss Marcia, the queen of the Cayman Islands. Aw, you're so sweet. Thank you, Miss Anita. She says, I hope your special day brings you many moments of joy. Birthdays are time to pause and to celebrate happy memories and to look forward to new hopes and dreams. Wishing you God's richest blessings for the year ahead. I appreciate that so much. Thank you, thank you. And I started getting birthday gifts from yesterday. So I was hoping that today I would have been able to give you guys some good news for our radio lessons, but the meeting that was supposed to happen yesterday has been postponed until Thursday. So this is a lesson in delayed gratification because I was really looking forward to that good news this morning. Like, yes, we did it. That's just the first step. But no, honey child, we are meant to wait a little bit longer. And you know, okay, that's okay. Life, one of the most, do you know that the marker of success in life, especially with children, is to teach them delayed gratification. People who want it now, want it, now, that's a very unhealthy trait in your personality. And you only get there because someone didn't teach you that in life you gotta wait. So here we are. We're not the most patient people around here. I'll be honest with you. But we're gonna wait. Well, we don't have a choice. But it's fine. It's fine. We feel positive about it. Okay. Right. Okay. So we have our license, and we got our engineer in place, and we got advisors in place. And so what's the rollout gonna look like? I'm estimating, and you guys can keep this in the back of your mind a little bit. I'm estimating in the goal, because now this is, call it September. I would like, ideally, for January 1. What day is January, by the way? Hold on. What day of the week does January fall on? Let me see. Let me look at our calendar here. Calendar. August, September, October, November. Then we're into December. January the 1st is a Friday. Okay. So I would love for us to be ready. CMR Radio, tune to that dial for August, January the 1st. So that's our goal. We got to see if that's realistic, though, once I talk to the engineers and stuff. Because originally I was like 5 to 6 months because the application didn't go before the board last month. We lost a month. So we'll see how much we can get done. Listen, people move very quickly in this day and age. So I do feel like where there's a will, there's a way to get it done. So I think that's still somewhat realistic. That'll be our goal. We got to set a target date. And then as we go along, I'll let you guys know. Because we got to order equipment, antennas, and get on the tower and this and that and all kind of stuff with bunkers and sorting out the application that's going to be running the radio. So I have a whole equipment list already. I've got the whole bunker. I have antenna confirmation. I've got, so some of these things are already in play. Now, you're sitting here thinking, ooh la la, CMR Radio. That sounds like fun. If you've ever wanted to host a show and you're serious about it, because it takes a degree of dedication that until you start it, you probably won't really understand. But trust me, reach out to me. We can probably have a chat over some coffee or something. I don't drink coffee, but you drink the coffee and I'll do the chatting. Because I think it's a great opportunity. Businesses have their own shows, so we can talk about that. If you've ever thought as a business, I would love to be able to have a monthly show, a weekly show, whatever, telling people about, what we do and giving advice, and you should reach out to me. Community shows. Any kind of community show, Caymanians should be well represented. This is your opportunity now. We need diversity. So maybe you're a woman, you're thinking, oh, I'd like to do a show about women's issues, relationship, whatever. There's lots of scope. Sporting, we need somebody to do a sporting show. But again, you got to be committed. You can't be like, oh yeah, I'm going to do a show. And then one day you show up, next day you don't show up. That's not how it works. You got to be in the trenches no matter what. But there's lots of excitement. There's lots of exciting things that we can do. We got to get our kids shows in production to be rolled out. We've got churches. We've got one church that's already there. And ideally, I would love Sundays to be just like your church day, So if you are a pastor of a church, like a legitimate church, and you'd like to have a presence on radio, please reach out. Someone was asking me yesterday a very, very interesting question. They said, what if someone does a show and it's not something you like? And I'm just like, what? First of all, I don't micromanage people. So I'm thinking, I had to think about that. And I said, what do you mean it's not something I like? I'm not here to micromanage people. This is not government radio. So, they all have rules to follow. You got to be respectful and you got to play by the rules in terms of like off-reg and stuff like that. But in terms of content, the chances that I'm going to sit down and listen to your show are pretty slim to none. So unless you do something really egregious, let me give you an example. Sabrina, I don't micromanage Sabrina's show. Once we kicked her off the cliff, and she started to do her show. In fact, I would love to be able to listen to her show more often, but I don't always get the time to do that. So I don't even know what she's talking about. All I know is I don't hear anything but positive feedback. So obviously the audience is enjoying it. And then they're like, oh, what if it was some guy who was into, what do they call it? Male-scaping or something. So these are men who have a real issue with women, like they don't really like women and they're all about masculine energy and, you know, women must bow down to men and whatever. I said, listen, that goes against my personal sensibilities. Like, I don't personally believe that stuff and I'm not a fan of men who think that way. But if some man wanted to get on radio and say those things, I guess there would be room for him. I mean, it is a little bit weird though, because I'm not so sure he would get the feedback in the community that he thinks. Maybe I'm wrong, but who knows? But I'm like, I'm all for freedom of speech. So I wouldn't be micromanaging. I wouldn't listen to a show because obviously it wouldn't be something, even on my own station, it's not necessarily something of interest to me. But yeah, we got to be tolerant about different ideas that are different than ours. The Muslim community, if they wanted to have a show, I'm not Muslim, but if they wanted to have a show, okay. 7-Day Adventists, we'll give you a little spot on Saturdays. So reach out and let's have a chat. Hello, Mr. Benny. Why do I feel like, Benny, is today your birthday as well? I can't remember if you share a birthday, but thank you for the greetings. Oh, Miss Bridget Manville, look at you enjoying retirement. I did not even know you were retiring. And then I got the email, said, nope, she's retired. I said, bless her little heart. Back in Cayman Brac full time. Oh my gosh. That's so beautiful. I remember when I worked with Bridget way back when at Maples and Calder. She's so lovely. Cynthia, good morning and thank you so much. Miss Carol is here, also Braca. The Bracas are represented this morning, man. We got Miss Carol, we got Bridget, we got Sarah. So who else is hailing from the Brac? Jodiva, good morning to you. Thank you, thank you. Abby is here. Michelle Hurst. Tom Thompson, thank you, love it. George Bodden, thank you, sir. What do they call it? Manosphere. That's a thing, apparently. Okay. I guess they're all about their little world. Yeah. Oh, God. You know what she should have asked me? If it was like a crazy Trump supporter, would you let them have a show? That is the litmus test of tolerance. Sure, come on. Do you guys see these? There's a couple content creators who do them. So they do shows where they basically challenge Trump supporters and their ideas. And boy, sometimes those shows be so interesting. They debate them on topics. What a mess. Can we do a shout out to Ariana Chin this morning, who has her IGCSEs? Don't ask me what about these things, because you know I grew up in the American system, so it's all strange to me. Results are in, and she's done an amazing job, and she's now off to her A levels. Let me share a little picture of beautiful Ariana. She's so pretty. I love her curls. Look at that. And her mama, troublemaker Siobhan. Siobhan, look like she's lost some weight, though. She's snatching in that waist with a belt. Mess with her. I got to ask her if there's a GLP secret in it. Yes, everybody losing weight on GLP these days. Not me. I am not going to do it because I see y'all gaining it right back. Yep. I see Oprah talking about she lost 80 pounds. I said, poor Oprah. She has always struggled with her weight. What a hot mess. So Ariana graduating there from, I think she's at Cayman Prep, bless her little heart. Doing well, We got to encourage our young people who are doing amazing things. So congrats to her. Good morning, honey child.
Good morning, Cousin Sandy.
How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Wonderful.
Just want to say to you, happy birthday, and this one is especially for you. Happy birthday to you.
Oh,
This is your day. I'm gonna love you in every way. This is your day.
so sweet.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. I appreciate it.
Enjoy your day. Yeah?
Yes, thank you very much. Oh my goodness,
No
you guys are
problem.
pulling out the tunes this morning. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. Lilja, thank you so much. Olivia, appreciate it. Yes, Dean Withers is excellent. He debates the Trumpsters. Oh, I didn't even have a name. I just know there are a couple of them that are fascinating. There's an African American guy, and then there's another one. Let me see what his name is. He's young, but he is really good and well informed. What is his name? Okay, hold on. I'm going to tell you. He has a thing called Jubilee. I don't know. Oh, wow. They've got 4.1 million followers on Facebook. Damn. So they do, I think they do all sorts of different debates, not just politics, but definitely, American politics these days is, yes, sir. So I don't know what his name is, but there's that one. And then there's an African American guy as well. Don't really know his name either. So, but he's really, really good. They're interesting. I enjoy watching them, you know. His name is, hold on, Isaiah Martin, I think, or Isaiah Martin. So he also does some as well, where he can come in with facts and figures, honey child. Thank you, Mercy. Roar came on, appreciate the love. Yes, congratulations, and little Ari. These kids are growing up, boy. Look at her, taller than her mommy already. What a mess. Here she is, another event. You know, as much as we talk about the young people who aren't doing the right things, we also need to highlight and talk about the young people who do amazing things, because these are our Caymanian children, and we need to encourage them and all of their positivity. And I feel like, is her birthday in August too? I can't remember, but I kind of feel like maybe. No, she's January. My bad. She's in January. So lovely young lady. Really proud of you. Keep up the good work. Oh my goodness, all the kids graduated. It's a foreign concept though for people to graduate first, for me, and then grades come in. In the States, you get those grades as you walk across that stage. Yes, Mellow Fellow, that's his name. That's one of them anyway. He's quite good. Thank you, First Lady. Enough love from over Yeso. I appreciate it. Balika, thank you, sir. Appreciate the love. Hello, Philip. How you doing? I gotta check in on you. Hope you're doing well. CE Banks is here for it. Thank you, thank you. Kevin Honeywell says happy birthday. Thank you, Kev. Okay, so let's talk about some stuff. Number one, last night I started to get a lot of messages that little Alicity Powell's mother was all over the place posting stuff. Did you guys hear about this and see this? Lord Jesus, take the bus. I mean, she seems to enjoy attention. And I don't even know what to say about her. She posted one long diatribe. I almost don't want to read it. She obviously is well spoken. You know what I didn't realize? I didn't realize who her dad is, you know. Apparently her dad is that guy, is his name David? On the streets, he's known as a numbers man, but I don't know what he officially does. So that's her dad. And someone was saying how he really tried with her, giving her all kind of stuff, gave her apartment, gave her this, gave her that, sent her off to university in the States, and she wasn't even going to school. She just, I don't know what happened to her. Sometimes you find that people don't appreciate good life. Not for nothing. But this is a thing, right? They're ungrateful. They're just down the wrong path. She seems to have always wanted to chase a bad boy. And that is a recipe for disaster. Ladies, young girls, if there's one thing I would tell you in life to avoid at all costs, it's bad boys and bad men. Your life will never amount to anything if you can't find yourself a decent partner. And if you're attracted to certain people, into drugs and gang banging and whatever, that never ends well. It really, really doesn't. So that seems to have been, she's been chasing a really long time. Boy crazy, I guess. I don't know. Getting her in all kind of trouble. But she doesn't seem, she's enjoying her freedom. I heard up to Friday she was out partying. The verdict came in and she's out partying. And then she posts this diatribe about how upset she is about the verdict and whatever. It's hard to believe. It really is hard to believe because, she doesn't exhibit that like in the real world. When your behavior contradicts your words, or I should say your words contradict your behavior, and there's no alignment of the two, it is difficult to believe the actions, right? Actions speak louder than words. So she's talking about, love, Elicity, mommy. Child, please. I'm not so sure you've earned the title of being anybody's mommy. Because, girl, how do you redeem yourself from something like this? Is there a world where we forgive, what's her name? Ivani, for being involved in some way in this cover-up, I feel like? A lot of you are convinced that she did it herself. I don't know if I believe that. Because then that would force me to believe, which we know that there are some really wicked mothers out there, but that would force me to believe that one of her own would be so capable of a horrific thing. But when drugs are involved, anything's possible. Were these people having a binging moment? Like, I don't know. But I do think she knows way more than she's saying. And she could have sealed a conviction instead of writing this long post about how she's feeling and how she's doing. Girl, we don't even care. We honestly do not care because, like I said, your words and your actions do not align. I stand to be corrected, but I'm pretty sure she did not even show up a single day to watch any of the trial. I don't know what kind of mother does this. If you want to redeem yourself, you got to come clean, girl. I am so not believing you. She says, but I cannot pretend, in part, because it's a very long thing that she wrote, I cannot pretend that I'm not devastated, angry, and deeply disappointed by the not guilty verdict on the charge of murder. Really? I don't believe you. I don't believe you. How can the... listen, I had never met baby Felicity. I don't even know the child, right? And after that verdict came down, like I said, I thought Al's party was on Friday night, and I was going to make arrangements for Miss Stacy to stay with Gigi. And my mind just was like, I don't even feel like going anywhere. I don't feel like doing anything. And she wasn't my daughter. So how are you out partying with your new boyfriend from West Bay? Okay. Another bad boy, by the way. How are you out partying and you have that kind of energy after the verdict comes in, but yet now you're claiming that you're devastated, angry, and deeply disappointed? Those two don't quite go together. Tell me, you fought for your daughter. I fought when I felt unheard. Girl, come on the cold hard truth. We want to hear you. Can I invite her for an interview? Because I have a lot of questions. Come before the people. She said, push for this case to be properly investigated, often at my own personal and financial expense. I would like to know personal, what did she lose? There are many times when I felt as though I was fighting this battle alone. Really? I doubt that, because her grandparents and other family members want to know the truth. So if you're fighting for the truth, they all want to know the truth too. Good morning, Miss Jenny Manderson. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the beautiful greetings. First Lady says she has no remorse. I think so. She says that her, I want to make it absolutely clear that my disappointment with the outcome should not be interpreted as criticism of the prosecution team. I'm profoundly grateful to the prosecutors. Well, I'm going to agree with her here, because they did what they could with what they had. It wasn't much. But she says that they did a phenomenal job with the evidence and circumstances they were given. Anyway, she goes on and on and on and on and on and on. Oh, Lord, have mercy. I don't know. I think how you deal with this is you come forward, and tell the truth. Here's what she says. She says, as for the negative commentary, I'm at peace with who I am. I'm sure you are. That's why you can be out partying, girl. I seen nothing like it yet. Yes. No. Listen, you even have to give the devil his due. It took her a minute though, but she came out and publicly said that she knows that her daughter was killed. I'm sure she does. That we can agree with. And so, although the police said the original pathology report said it was a drowning, which then made the police close the inquiry into it because they said it was an accidental drowning based on the medical experts. Because of her hiring a private pathologist who then reversed that ruling, that's how we are where we are. And even at the time that she played that, video where she was cursing and carrying on, I didn't see any real tears, but nonetheless, I said, yes, of course the child was murdered and she knows it. She would be one of, I think, probably 2 or 3 people that knew for certainty from the jump that child was murdered. Good morning, caller.
Happy 37th anniversary.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I just wanted to call in and say that.
Thank you so much.
Keep making Sweet 16 look good.
Thank you, honey child. 936-2626. Phone lines are open. She says that people are entitled to their opinions. They're entitled to judge me, criticize me, or misunderstand me. Okay. I cannot control that, and I have no intention of exhausting myself trying to. I know who I am. Yeah. More importantly, I know who I was and will always be to Felicity, my sweet, her mother. And this is so sad because, even when we are not perfect parents, in fact, even when we are downright horrible parents, children have the capacity to love us almost unconditionally until they grow up and realize that, yeah, your mama was just crazy, bat-ish crazy. And so you have to put boundaries in place to deal with your own mother. Lots of us have had to come to that conclusion. But when you're a child, you don't know any differently, and you just want to be with your mom and you love your mom. I've heard of some horrific stories where, mothers are drug addicts and they're prostitutes and they're doing the most, and children just love them no matter what. So I know that poor little baby loved her. And yes, you were her mama. She didn't know all the chaos probably around her. So she says, death did not end my motherhood. Well, okay. Death and the other two being taken away from you might have, but anyway. She says, I will continue to mother Felicity in death by protecting her name, preserving her memory, seeking answers, and fighting for accountability where I believe accountability is still required. Wow. I mean, she's such a smooth talker that I almost want to believe her. Good morning, caller.
Good morning. Good morning, Sandy, and happy birthday to you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Good morning.
Wishing you many more wonderful, blessed years. On behalf of you, all of your listeners, your friends, even those that may not like you at times, but I'm just saying that on behalf of all of us. So let's get that out of the way. And I'm glad that you've taken the time to come on to the show and still please your listeners, even on your birthday, but that's just who you are. So we really appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Calling in or listening, tuning in and hearing again about this case will continue to hurt everybody in the Cayman Islands, especially being a mother. And now that I'm even a grandmother, that makes it even harder. There's so many contributing factors, so many people that have failed this precious soul, that it's hard to even fathom. And I guess at this point, all we can do is to pray and hope that one day we will all live to see justice served on behalf of this young lady. Because it is very sad. There are too many deaths that are going unanswered here in the Cayman Islands. It is such a small place with such a small population. So it is sad. It's a sad situation. So that's all I'm actually going to touch on in regards to that situation. My third item that I want to mention, and I don't think you've actually taken the time to talk about this, or maybe I missed one of your shows, is the recent publication that had came out about where the Minister for Health and the government is right now reviewing the tobacco laws concerning young children. And when I say young children, I'm talking about any child that has money in their hand. I mean, that can walk into a store and stand above the counter and say, I would like to purchase a vape. This is a sad situation.
I can't believe that this isn't illegal already, but I guess the legislation doesn't specifically speak to vapes. So while
my thing is
cigarettes,
I understand that, but I mean, come on. I mean, vapes have been out since the past 23 years, and it shouldn't have taken.
Is it that long?
Yes, I have gone back and I've done it. Vapes have been out now over 23 years. I've read up and I've researched.
Wow.
It may not have been in Cayman for 23 years.
Yes.
But first vapes were made and I guess out there started to sell about 20, 23 years ago. So my
Wow.
thing is that
I
we
didn't
have
realize.
seen the detriment of vapes. We've seen all of the horrible stories out there in the world where
Mhm.
young people dying from abusing vapes. And that's basically what it is. It's the abuse
Mhm.
of vapes. And so my thing is that I think, and I'm not just blaming this one administration, because this one administration hasn't been in government. There may be some members of parliament that have been here for 20 years,
Mhm.
but when you think of the span of 20 years and the amount of administrations we've gone through, at some point in time, you would think that they would take a check and say, listen, let's review some of our laws.
Mhm.
Because really and truly, when you think about it, it's a lot of our laws that are failing, especially our young people. Especially our young people.
Mhm.
And when I read that article that a foreign person can come into our country and can boldly sit in an interview and say, oh, yeah, there's no law against young people purchasing vapes. A 10-year-old can walk into a store and purchase a vape. That, when that thing hit me in my chest, I was like, holy Moses. Because truthfully, I'm going to say to you, I have had young people in my time over the past years talking to young people saying to them, what were you guys getting out of this? Where did you get the money to buy this? How did you get a hold of it? Who bought this for you? And I've had those young people look at me and say, Ms. Marva, we can just walk into the stores and buy them.
Wow.
Now, I thought they were joking with me because,
Yeah.
young people like to joke. So I just took it for granted. I was like, oh, yeah,
Yeah.
right. That time they were telling me the actual truth.
Mhm.
So this is a sad situation. And to think that the government is talking about the fact that now they're going to consult and do all of this leading up to before it goes to a parliament in September. No, I think something, and I'm not saying that the laws doesn't need to be reviewed, but when it comes to this one piece of subject of the laws, I think this is something where there should be no consultation when it comes to, and one thing that puzzles me, what is the difference between I know what the difference is between a single use vape or a multi-use vape, but if you read the article, is that they're planning to review the laws concerning the purchase of a single use vape. Excuse me? So are you saying then you're only going to put it against single use versus multi-use? No.
Well,
It should
we
be
have
vape.
let me be clear. There's the
Help me out there.
consultation. Yeah, the consultation period is opened for these
Yes.
bills, and we do have the government representatives who are coming on, I think it's Wednesday the 24th, which
Okay.
that might be next week actually.
Okay.
Wednesday the 26th. So
Okay.
they're actually coming on the program next week to talk about. There's other bills as well that are very, very important, but certainly this one about tobacco, amending the tobacco legislation. So what I would invite you to do, Marva, is to tune in that day so that we can see
Absolutely.
what the recommended changes are. And of course, the consultation period is still very much open. So it really is going to be all about people giving their feedback into this process now, because this is why consultation is important.
And Sandy, I totally respect that. There's some subjects that need, or some changes in laws or whatever happens in our country that need consultation. I just don't think there should be a consultation of whether a 10-year-old or a 50-year-old can just walk in. I think that is something that automatically there should be changes without. There should be an emergency meeting to say, hey, listen, we need to bring a stop to this right now for a minor walking into a vape store and purchasing vapes. Bottom line, there's nothing to consult about that, because I would hate to think, that even though I don't have a 10-year-old, I would hate to think, that as parents, you might be giving your kids, whatever allowance, and not knowing that they're taking that allowance and just walking in the store, and nobody's challenging them to say, you have an ID, what's your age? No, we can't sell you. Oh, here you go. And the stores, like I say, no, because the stores want to buy, the stores want money. So I don't think something like that should even go to consultation. But again, let's bring our lawmakers on. Let's hear what they have to say. But I think this is now where all persons Wednesday the 26th, should be on your show and
Yeah.
should come down strong to say, hey, listen, there should be no consultation after today's meeting or session. You guys should go and change the law right away when it comes to vapes. All right?
Yep. Thank you so much.
Thank you for allowing me to be here, and I look forward to that show.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
All
Thank
right,
you
then,
so
dear.
much. So Shoreline says it was called the e-cigarette when it was launched in 2008. Foster's were the first to sell it on island. Wow. I don't even recall, but I guess I'm not a smoker, so I wouldn't be out there paying attention. I just remember during COVID times when they started to like kill people basically, and they were trying to figure out what. I don't know why I thought that that's when they all started. I'm like, oh, this is a new fandangle thing. And I think it was really around the marketing of these products. And they have been marketed in a particular way in terms of like flavoring and, you know, really geared towards people, especially children, being interested in them. And that's the danger with these products and these companies. Now, we know that tobacco companies, corporate entities, they have long been very sus when it comes to, they don't care about anything but their profit and their bottom line. Let's be very, very clear. So what that means, folks, is you have got to be vigilant with your children. You've got to keep products away from children, educate your children about the dangers of vaping. Very, very dangerous. Absolutely no safer than cigarettes. Because at first, some people are touting, oh, well, it's a safe alternative to cigarette smoking, and it actually isn't. In fact, the evidence is mounting that it's for sure just as bad, or in some instances, perhaps even worse. You got popcorn lungs, you've got young teenagers who are now having respiratory issues that is compromising their ability to breathe properly. And so that's never a good thing, right? Yeah, so I agree with Miss Marva. It's very, very concerning. It's very concerning that if it has been around for 20 years, previous governments hadn't really taken a hold of it. But thank God, this minister, the Honorable Catherine Ebanks, on top of this. And so that's one of the bills. And speaking of that, this would be an appropriate time to remind you that there's a total of 4 bills that the consultation period has opened for the Ministry of Health.
As Minister for Health, Environment and Sustainability, I'd like to personally invite you to join me at one of our upcoming public town hall meetings. We're discussing proposed changes to legislation covering environmental health, tobacco and vaping, public health, health practice, and I want to hear from you. Whether you have questions, concerns, or ideas to share, these meetings are an opportunity for open conversation about issues that affect us all. Join us at 6:30 p.m. on Wednesday, the 26th of August at the John Gray Memorial Church Hall in Westby, or at 6:30 p.m. on Thursday, the 27th of August at Constitutional Hall in Georgetown. Come out, meet your neighbors, share your perspective, and be a part of shaping the future of health in our islands. Light refreshments will be available, and I look forward to seeing you there.
All right, so fantastic. The consultation period is open. And if you missed the interview that we did with the minister where she talked about, you know, the dates and stuff, those 2 are remaining. So please, it closes on the 18th of September. And we want to ensure that all of you have your say in this. Absolutely, I'm in favor of banning all smoking products. And I think maybe we could try to tweak the language so that it catches any future products, like not be so specific enough. That if another, I don't know what else they might be inventing right around the corner, but if that comes out, the legislation should try to grab all of these things. So nothing that requires you to inhale it or to smoke it in that form should ever be available to children to just walk into a store and purchase. Absolutely not. Thank you, Vision 2021. Appreciate it. Shoreline, because it is categorized as synthetic tobacco, not raw tobacco leaf. So these are all the nuances now. And yes, it was marketed to smokers that wanted to quit smoking cigarettes at first. Gosh, what a hot mess. Not a good idea. In fact, just this morning, I was listening to one of the physicians that I watch on a regular basis, and he was talking about the dangers of our lifestyles in general, but smoking definitely in particular. And so I want you guys to listen to this. Let me just see if I can find him here. Because of course, oh, hold on one second. Because of course, I think a lot of people don't always acknowledge or recognize how dangerous lifestyle is to our longevity and our overall health. So this is Dr. Jeremy London, MD. He's actually a heart surgeon. And so he talks about all things related to the heart. And, he has a social media channel that I do follow and really quite enjoy for the amount of useful information that he provides. He's very, very good. So I want you guys to listen to this. And thank you so much. Aw, somebody just sent me a little doggy with flowers photo. Happy birthday to you, says Roger. I pray the good Lord covers you and bless you with many more wonderful years. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And Tiz sending some birthday greetings. She said, "Go shorty, it's your birthday." This person says, "Manosphere nonsense claiming that modern culture and feminism are unfair to men. This is doing so much damage worldwide with an uptick in rapes and abuse of women." Ugh, as though men needed an excuse to not be nice to women. Lord, please take the wheel. Thank you, Jackie. This is happy birthday, Sandra. May the Lord bless you to see many more. I hope you enjoy your special day. Susan sending her birthday greetings all the way from Florida. Hey. All right. Andrea says, "You're such a blessing to this country. God bless you and your family." Aw, thank you. Somebody sent me a video on, I want to say it was Saturday or Sunday, about a jet ski. And I'm trying to find the original text. So if that was you and you're listening this morning, just ping me. I have the video, but I was trying to remember what the message was connected to it. I think it was something to do with, I don't know, somebody falling off the jet ski or something because they weren't wearing their safety. Okay, let me ask you guys a question. Some Jamaican guy, and I got to just start categorizing you guys as clout chasing, claims that there was an accident or an incident with a jet ski that we haven't reported. I honestly don't know what he's talking about because the one I know about happened over 2 months ago in early June. And unfortunately, Kaznik, I think is his name, Kanik or something, that young man lost his life. Now, I'm going to ask you a real question here, right? I know more, as is usual, about the circumstances surrounding his death. I saw his mother commented on the video that we did over the weekend where she wants to know the cause of her death. I'm not the one who should be telling her that. Isn't that a matter for the authorities, like the police, coroner's inquest, which hasn't happened yet? So I said to her, normally what happens is the coroner's inquest is the formal way in which family members are notified of the cause of death, right? So the pathologist will show up, give their report, the whole 9 yards. However, I would have thought that the police would have been in touch with these people. Mind you, maybe it's because they are overseas. There's been some lack of communication with the family. I don't really know. He did have a wife here. So I'm assuming that his wife here was probably notified of what transpired, and maybe she's just not sharing it. Quick poll question. Do you think CMR should be getting into the details and telling you guys what actually happened with this guy? We know. It's not a question of whether we know or not. We know quite a bit more than the average person. But should that be our remit? I mean, the police have obviously said very little to the media. And so we printed that. Sometimes when these things happen, we do talk about it on the show. We did with him in very brief form. I didn't go into any details in terms of what happened to the body or anything like that. Do you want to hear these things? I mean, sometimes I'm not so sure that you want to hear all the details. His mother seems to think that we should be telling her this. And I'm just like, okay. I mean, like I said, we know and we get the source and we get the news and whatever. Marshall says no, it should. No, it shouldn't. So I don't know what to make of this. And then there was somebody else in the comment section who clearly does not understand the process. And once again, oh, you're not sympathetic enough, or you don't. And I'm just like, trust me when I tell you, I'm being sympathetic, but by not telling you what actually happened. It is a very bizarre set of circumstances. These, I don't really watch them. They're horror movies called Final Destination. This would literally be an episode of Final Destination. That's how crazy it is what actually happened to him. It is wild, but I'm not so sure it's my place. So what I was intending to do is I'm just going to wait until the coroner's report, the coroner's inquest, which is the official court process, where they have the witnesses, the report, and then at that point it's put into the public sphere, and we can all then publish it and tell you guys the gory details, I guess, if that's what you really want to know. In the meantime, if you're a family member overseas and something happens to your loved ones here in the Cayman Islands, you need to ensure that you're communicating with the authorities. They're the proper line of communication. It really isn't CMR. And I get, because we have the Cuban migrants that always, their family members always reach out to us. We hear that you're the person to contact. And I'm just like, we really shouldn't be. But the problem that I have is when these people who are looking attention, looking social media clout, in the words of Cartel, if I don't ish, they don't eat. Because they just be on my name, on CMR, like they not got nothing else to do. I guess I should be flattered though, because clearly the only media house they think that exists in Cayman is Cayman Mall Road. And we should be policing and doing everything. We're running the police department. We're running the DPP's office. It's just wild how these people think. But the content creator actually commented and said that wasn't the case that he's talking about. So what other jet ski incident has there been? I am not aware of any other jet ski incident in recent times, certainly, where someone has lost their life. So I'm literally confused. Do you guys know of any other ones? Like I said, there was this one in early June. I know one of his brothers, and I don't know how many he has, had reached out as well. And then he reached out over the weekend with this guy's video. So I was assuming when I saw that, I was like, oh, this is what he's talking about? I mean, it's been over 2 months and we reported it. So the premise of the video is that we didn't report it. Of course we did. Now, the premise of his video being that some Caymanian ran him over and there's some Caymanian to blame for this is completely false. That's not what happened here. And, part of me wants to tell you guys so we can shut these really ridiculous people up with their nonsense. And another part of me is still trying to be respectful of the circumstances, because sometimes a cause of death reveals a lot about a person and their lifestyle before they died. And y'all don't really want to know. I mean, y'all might want to know, but the family who is wanting me to discuss it, I would say you probably don't want me to. Because if you knew what I knew, honey child, where's my birthday lipstick? You would just put on your birthday lip balm and not say another word to Auntie about it. Because it's one of those conversations I'm going to have to make sure y'all sitting down to have. That's how wild it is. It really is wild. Hmm. So, yes, I'm well aware of what happened. And what I can tell you is there's no Caymanian at fault for this. No Caymanian didn't run him over. You know, why are we making this a Caymanian versus Jamaican situation? It has nothing to do with nationality. Wasn't he supposedly married to a Caymanian woman with Caymanian children? What are y'all even talking about? But I don't see any of these Jamaican content creators getting up in arms about when our people go to Jamaica, like that young man did the other day, fell off a roof, and there's no there's no explanation for that. If I was a betting person, I'd bet the farm that those Jamaicans that he was with that day killed him. He didn't even make it a good 24 hours there in Jamaica. So what you say? What you saying? Exactly. I mean, if we're gonna talk about real issues here, you know, there are some, but we Caymanians, so y'all not up in arms about none of that. Y'all are just like, oh, poor thing. You know, that one will never be solved. There'll be no justice for that family, unfortunately. So, yeah, there's no need to cause this fake division when it doesn't actually exist. When it exists, okay, it's worth a conversation. But when it doesn't exist, let's just leave it alone. But if you guys are aware of another jet ski death, by all means, I invite you to illuminate me because I don't even know what he's talking about. Good morning, caller.
Hello, good morning, Sandra. This is Marshall. Happy birthday.
Hello, honey child. Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
Because I called Sabrina, I said, well, I have to call you now.
Yes. How's the weather in North Carolina? Hot?
It is too hot. It's almost 97 degrees.
Oh my gosh, wow.
It is extremely hot. This week is really, really hot. Yesterday, I think it was 98.
Oh my goodness.
But yes, I think I'd rather the heat than the snow. So
Than the
that's
snow.
fine.
You're still a Caribbean boy at heart. That's why. But
well,
thank
enjoy
you.
your special day.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Alrighty.
All
Okay,
right, my
bye-bye.
dear. Bye-bye. Oh, that was so nice. Look at that. Getting international calls. So, someone says, now you've completely piqued my interest and inquiring minds want to know. Thing is, unless all this came up, I hadn't given it a second thought, but now I'm totally curious. Well, you know what they say about curiosity, honey child? Curiosity killed the cat, and you don't have 9 lives. So someone says, I'm sure you heard exactly what happened. It sounds like you do. He couldn't swim, or the wave runner on the wave runner running recklessly fell off and couldn't swim and drowned. No, that's not quite what happened. He could actually swim. I guess. I mean, I don't know who's out here giving y'all swimming tests. Yes, he did fall off, but there's a much more interesting element to this. Like I said, it is very weird. All right, quick poll. Do you guys want to know? It's an adult conversation, so I don't want you having your kids listen to the show this morning. But do you want to know what actually killed him? Let's do a quick poll. It's yeah. I don't know that y'all want to know. I'm not sure if y'all want to hear the story. And I don't know that his mama is ready for this one. Y'all think y'all be wanting to know, but geez, I'm peace. Some things are better left unsaid. I'm going to ask in the chat real quick. Yes or no, or wait until the, what's it called? Public inquest? Coroner's inquest. Coroner's inquest. Coroner's inquests. Is that how you spell corners? Let me double check that one. Yes. Okay. Okay. Vote in the poll. We got another poll that we need to put up today as well. So yeah, I mean, the thing is, when these so-called influencers, I don't know who the hell they influence, but when they Greg says we are ready for the story. When these so-called influencers jump on something and they don't have their facts and they're not accurate, it's really quite unfortunate, because then it makes me have a conversation that I really wasn't intending to have. But, you know, I'm here for the democracy of it all. Most of you are saying yes. Amori says yes. Gabby got her hands up. And Gabby's like, let me hear the sus. Thank you, Melody. Greg is yes. AJ says, I like Final Destination. So yes, I want to know. Geez, I'm peace. Do you guys actually watch those shows? I've seen bits and pieces of the movies and they are freaky. Like basically the premise, if you never watched a Final Destination movie, the premise of the movie is when it's your time, it's your time. And there's nothing you can do to change. So even if you have a premonition, you know it's coming, you try to do something different. Ooh, that's still coming for you, honey child. Shamika says, sure, let's go for it. Our short line says, seems like if you find someone in the water dead, they drowned. Well, sort of, but not exactly. Melanie Hull says, yes. Honey child, we're here for it, says Abby. Abby's like, we're here for the tea. First Lady says, I'm ready. There's a seaman who was seeking help to start a podcast because he had minions following him. He pretends to know all things Cayman, and anyone who differs is insulted. Oh yeah, this guy, I've never heard of him before. I've never seen him in my life, and I don't follow these people. Like, most of them are too idle. They need real jobs. Patricia, Blake, Josh. Oh, my apologies. Ice in my water. This one happens when I don't have my straw in. I think the yeses might have it. Someone said, please don't go there. The mother not ready for it. She should hear it from his wife first. Well, clearly the wife not tell him. Not tell her. So, I mean... Okay, this one says, I know, but wait for the public inquest, inform the public. Although some people really do push it out of you. This person says, the idiot comments about the incident. We need to know, please. Why y'all come to Cayman? Some of you leave Cayman, go back to Jamaica, and all you want to do is hate on Jamaica. I mean, okay, let's talk about it a little bit. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, was Seema listening to me 2 weeks ago on Monday when we were talking about, I don't even know if it's 2 weeks ago now, but I think it was 2 weeks ago when I was away. We were talking about the money remittance, because all of a sudden they just dropped their remittance report and talked about how much money is actually leaving Cayman. 2 observations. Nothing surprised me about the amount leaving Cayman that goes to Jamaica. Obviously, it's a lot. It has increased. Someone said maybe because of the storm last year. SEMA actually says it's increased just because the economy in Cayman is doing better. So people making their money, honey child. Good for them. The other thing I found interesting is that the Filipino community doesn't seem to send a lot of money through remittance services. Now, that doesn't mean that they're not sending money. They're sending a lot of money. But the question then becomes, how are they sending it? Because if they're not sending it through official remittance sources, because they probably don't want to pay the associated fees, how do they send it? I'm curious. Can any of my Filipino friends enlighten me about how you guys are sending money back home? because clearly we're missing something here. Someone says sometimes they'll purchase high-end goods like watches and jewelry and then go there and sell it and then get the cash. To me, that seems like a lot of work. It doesn't make any sense. Like, who in the Philippines is going to be buying a Rolex watch that you're going to have access to if you're just a regular Filipino citizen? It's not like you have a storefront or anything where people are going to be trusting you to purchase a Rolex watch and sell it to them. So that seems a little bit weird. But if that is happening, that also means that what could really be happening here is a certain degree of money laundering. Because if you're not going through the official sources, what sources are you using? And that means that those sources are not open to any verification, scrutiny, nothing. So I'm curious about the Filipino community and how they are getting money home. The numbers out of Jamaica did not surprise me. Thank you, Abby. Go get your beautiful mug from Becky's Closet. Hi, Becky. And I got mine in red. Look at this. Blessed, beautiful, beloved Cayman Islands. I got the red mug and the blue mug, and I love them both equally. Nice water. Hello, CMR. In my honest opinion, you should wait until the coroner's inquest to discuss the details. It's already a tricky situation, and the emotion of his close family is of concern. YouTuber says, yes, let's talk about it. So far, the yeses have it. Anthony seems like the Wave Runner died of an overdose of what? Sildenafil, expecting whatever happened. Stop keeping us in suspense. An overdose of who? No, it wasn't an overdose situation. Speaking of overdose, Hayden, whatever the last name is, I can't pronounce her last name. It does look like her situation was an overdose. So sad. Only 36-year-old. She has a child that she gave up to an ex-partner because she has been struggling with drug addiction over the years. And yeah, really sad. The mother said witnesses saw the car jet ski run over him. Where's she getting this information from? Talk it. I'm tired of Cayman and Caymanians getting bashed by these people, says YouTuber. Rohan says, I was going to say that too. Do what is morally correct. Thank you, Miss Selena. I don't know. Of course, everybody wants to know, says this person. They sure do. Let me check the poll. Most people say they want to know. Okay. If y'all want to know, I'm going to tell you. We do run a little bit of a democracy show around here. Sometimes. Is that Becky with the good hair? Ooh, honey child. She's a Caymanian. I don't know why I thought it wasn't a Caymanian that owned that business. How weird for me to think that. Of course, Caymanians are successful business owners. What was I thinking? All right. Please don't have children listen to the conversation. This is adult time, 9:06 a.m. Good morning, honey child. I'm going to tell y'all. And it is weird. Okay. What I can say is that the official cause of death is going to include this detail. That is, wow. Okay, I'm just gonna tell y'all because I don't know how to do anything else but tell y'all. Sit down. If you're standing up, I'm afraid that this is a little bit of a bizarre shocker. So please sit down. Apparently, he had on something on his body that constricted blood flow. And I'm going to educate some of you this morning because when you hear this word, some of you are going to be like, what is that? There's a sexual toy called a penis ring. I know. Y'all like a what? Okay. It is, I mean, I don't know. They have different terms for them. The best term I can use is a penis ring. And basically, you buy these things. They come in different types of materials, different shapes, different, whatever. And they are meant to enhance sexual pleasure. And there's different types of them. There's some that's, is meant for same-sex usage. Some you can use with the opposite sex. Anyway, these things exist. And they put, some of them are vibrating, and they put pressure on a man's penis. And so, yes, AJ seems to be familiar with it. That's another word, a cock ring. I mean, they're a thing. You can go and purchase them. You can even find them at Walmart. I've seen them in stores. So they're considered a sex toy. And he had one of these on that caused him to lose consciousness on that jet ski. In addition, and I don't know if it's a direct result of him doing the stunts, because he was out there like kind of doing stunts and whatever. And I don't know if that then meant some sort of engorgement where it was getting bigger and the penis ring was getting tighter. I'm not entirely sure of those details, but I do know that the penis ring caused the constriction caused him to pass out. Okay? Fall off the jet ski, pass out. And so, this must be a super duper one because I didn't know they were that powerful. But anyway, once you hit the water and you're in the water, no life vest on, there are things that happen in the water. So he would have already been dead, but some sort of boat ran over him and cut him in his back. So he had a big gouge in his back from that incident where a boat ran over him. They didn't know, apparently, that it was a human being that they had run over or whatever. So he has a cut, and sharks also got to him. So unfortunately, his face and his head was, it took some time to properly verify that was him because the sharks had started to eat at him as well. And that's not that uncommon for sharks when you're in the water to make you their lunch or dinner or whatever. It happens quite often, in fact. And we know, for example, another missing person, when they tell you that they could only find the leg or part of the leg, part of the foot, that's what happens. And so it's sad. I didn't want to really have this conversation. I'm just like, y'all, just leave it alone. So it is weird and bizarre. Yeah. So the incident happened on the Saturday afternoon. And by all estimates, the sharks actually didn't get to him until around Sunday morning, around 11 o'clock. So he was already dead by the time the sharks started to do their thing. And, that's what sharks do, I suppose. So kind of sad, really, but it is bizarre. Yes, honey child. I don't even know. AJ says that some people wear them without underwear to create an illusion. Oh, because they want it to look like they're packing something dangerous? Oh, really? I didn't know that. That's weird. Okay. I mean, I just thought you would do it and that's why I'm so glad you told me that, because I was trying to understand, why would somebody just walk around with a penis ring on? Like, that's weird. Do you guys do that? That's the part that I couldn't quite understand, because I'm like, if you're not in the middle of being intimate with somebody, why would you even have on a penis ring? But now that you've said that, okay. Wow. I did not know. So there you go. You learn something new every single day. But I'm telling you, this is an episode of Destination. What a bizarre way to go. Yeah, very bizarre. Yes, John LaRue happened on June the 6th, I think was when he went missing, the Saturday. But yeah, AJ says, I lived in Miami. They wore them to the gym. What? Really? Ooh, okay. Shamika shocked. I know. When I heard it too, I was like, a what? There you go. Oh, so Anthony says that's exactly where my what is it? Sildenafil citric comic came from. From he was expecting whatever happened. Okay, let me look it up. What's it called? Sildenafil. Hold on. And you can look up those rings. Like I said, they're actually quite popular. So sildenafil citrate tablets are prescription medications used to treat erectile dysfunction. Oh, include the same active ingredient as branded Viagra, helping increase blood flow to the penis during sexual arousal. Oh, okay, Anthony. I mean, I don't know if he was expecting anything in the water. I think realistically what happened is, from what I heard, he got the phone call to say, hey, because apparently he helped out this marine company just on occasion part-time. So he got this phone call to say, hey, we got this jet ski. We need you to go take it out of the water, whatever. And he must have just jumped up quick time. So it depends on what he was doing before that. Like maybe he was engaging in some afternoon activity. And so then he was like, oh, just pull on my boxers and go do this real quick. And it was only going to be a half an hour job. And maybe he left the cock ring in place. That's what I was thinking logically could have happened. So, yeah, it's weird. And then he probably just didn't think it was that important to take it off. So maybe that's a lesson for all of us, that if you're going to use one of these devices, they can cause constriction and you should be careful. Is this why 7 Mile has seen a slight increase in shark sightings? I don't know that we have, Gabby. I mean, sharks are most shark species are almost, endangered. And so someone said, is this similar to a push-up bra? Interesting for sure. Not exactly, because a push-up bra is not meant for sexual pleasure. They're just meant to give you a little bit of a lift. So these are actually supposed to increase the pleasure for, I guess, both partners. So, yeah. I mean, a push-up bra is more of a functional thing. This is more of a pleasurable situation. And like I said, if you go and you just Google them, they come in all different variations, apparently. Yeah. Yeah. What a hot mess. Someone said Final Destination had nothing on that story. So, Mr. TikToker wannabe investigator, let me assure you that you don't have a clue what you're talking about. Nobody purposely ran over this guy. In fact, by the time the boat would have hit him, he was already dead. Yeah. And they can tell that by what happens to the cut and stuff like that. So, yeah. And since finding out from Marlon Bodden, CBC, these sex toys is legal to be brought in here. I mean, yeah, of course, people are gonna do these things. It's a different type of, what is that? Get them up. Oh, behave yourself. Lord God. But you know what? I didn't realize. Oh, okay. This has got me to thinking. I feel like I need a sex ed class 101 because y'all be doing the most these days. I need to get caught up. Was he wearing a metal one? Irvin, I don't know if it was metal or plastic or what it was made out of. But what AJ has informed me, I must tell you, is very different because I didn't realize that people just wear them to give a certain appearance. So it's a loop worn at the base of the penis or scrotum to slow blood flow. And this helps to maintain longer lasting erections and increases sensitivity. And they're made of different things: metal and rubber, silicone and rubber, metal and leather, which tends to be rigid, non-stretchy, and intended for experienced users. Oh, excuse me. Metal and leather, only for those of you who are at level 3 of sex toys. Experienced users, it says. There are vibrating ones, including a small motor to add extra sensation for both parties. Adjustable ones using a clasp, Velcro, or strap to change the tightness. So just to be clear, there are instructions. If you want to go from level 1 to level 2 to level 3 to level 4, there are instructions on safe usage. Never wear one for more than 20 to 30 minutes at a time to prevent tissue damage. Use lubrication. Apply plenty of water-based lubricant for smooth placement and removal. Choose the right size. So start with a stretchy material and a looser fit if you are new to using them. Remove if painful. Take the ring off immediately if you feel numbness, coldness, or pain. Yeah. What a mess. There's a whole thing here on healthline.com asking if they are safe. 7 things to know beforehand. So they are considered safe if used correctly. Wow. What a mess. So you shouldn't use them, but you should talk to your doctor if you use blood thinning medication, if you have medication that affects awareness or attention. What would that have to do with it? Oh, interesting. Any type of blood or nerve disease, if you have cardiovascular disease, you should be careful. Anyway, that's all I can say on that. AJ is more of an expert than me. Thank you, AJ. He says it restricts the blood flow to increase the size. It also helps maintain a longer erection. Some do use it along with ED pills, but that truly isn't recommended. Richard, good morning, sir. Says Sandy is the Dr. Ruth of CMR this morning. Lord have mercy. Anthony says Viagra increases blood flow and a ring traps that blood to keep an erection firm. However, combining them raises the risk of trapping blood for too long. Anthony and Rich and AJ, you guys are experts on this. I was aware of exactly what happened as well, said Anthony. That don't sound waterproof. Fish just saying. Huh? That don't sound waterproof. Oh, the ring? It would certainly depend on what type he had. Hopefully none with the battery in it, because that would not be a good idea. But I don't know anything about the type now. I'm not going that far into the details. I'm just telling you that has to be listed on the report as the cause of death. Now, there's a lot more that I could say about the lifestyle, and I'm not going to say it. I will leave that to your imaginations. And again, this is precisely why you TikTokers, sometimes y'all don't need to be stirring the pot. Because when you stir the pot and information like this comes to the fore, all of a sudden people go, well, now that makes sense with what else I know. How about them and their partners of choice? And so, most people just want to keep those things on the down low. All right. Okay, honey child, let's keep it on the DL. But what we're not going to keep on the DL is that today is my birthday. Let's do some health advice.
More than 8,000 operations, here's what I avoid. Number one, smoking, all types. Cigarettes, vaping, marijuana. Our lungs have one function: air in, air out. This isn't it. Ultra-processed foods. Most of the items you find in the grocery store are edible food product, not real food. Eat whole foods. These are the building blocks for every cell in your body. Number three, sitting still or being sedentary. Our bodies are made to move. Even a simple 10-minute walk after a meal helps regulate and maintain stable blood sugar levels. Number four, loneliness. Now, relationships take effort, and loneliness is more than just being sad. It actually changes your risk of cardiovascular disease. And five, chronic stress. This one is easy to ignore until it's not. Now, look, avoiding all of these things is no guarantee that you're not going to have a heart attack or a stroke, but I can tell you that being fit, strong, and healthy puts you in a much better situation than a person that isn't.
All right. Thank you so much. Some good health advice there for all of us to live to see many, 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 many more. Thank you, Senior Lewis. Thank you for the birthday greetings. Irvin, don't get too curious now, honey child. I might see you on Amazon trying to make some purchases. Plain and Straight says, well, you can consider me educated, right? Good morning, Miss Omiria. Thank you, Sandra. Dawn, thank you so much. Here's another birthday greeting that has just come in. This one is extra special. Appreciate it. This person says, happy birthday to my friend, my biggest mentor, and honestly, the most talented person I know. Aw, thank you. You've taught me so much and pushed me to be better in ways you probably don't even realize. Grateful to know you and even more grateful to call you a friend. Have the best day ever. You deserve it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Hi, Miss Lucille. No, sir. Miss Lucille, I don't want you on Amazon making any purchases now. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Dr. Ruth.
Hello, honey. How are you?
I am fine. I feel like a newborn baby. No hair, no teeth, and I feel like I pooped in my pants.
Oh, my goodness. What a mess.
And for me to be any better, it would have to be you.
Aw, thank you, thank you, thank you.
I'm going to take my dog out for a walk now, and I'm not even going to take out my cell phone because I want the time that I walk with her to be memories when she's gone.
Aw, so sweet.
Yeah, life is beautiful. I said my prayers this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Said my prayers this morning. I thank God for my life, and I also thank Him for my sight.
Thank you.
Can you imagine waking up one morning and not having your sight?
Oh my gosh. No, it's horrible.
And you know what? People pray, thank God for their giving them another day, but
Yes.
they take it for granted. They take it for granted that their sight is going to be there. No.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, Dr. Ruth, good work.
Thank you so much. I mean, we learn something here every day, and I tell you what, so do I. Speaking of learning something, big shout out to Marlon Bodden. He was on last week Thursday, and boy, oh boy, oh boy, did I learn a lot from him, including I can get more of you to pick up my Amazon orders for me. And as long as it's within your allowance, these customs officers don't need to be business who you bringing stuff in for. Y'all heard the man refer to the section of the law. Now he has to train his own officers because, boy, do they seem confused. Thank you, Winnie. Thank you, Strong Looks is like, what? I know. Make it sink in. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, madam.
Hello, honey.
What are they calling you this morning, Madam Ruth?
Dr. Ruth.
Dr. Ruth?
After that explanation about penis rings.
Yes.
What a hot mess.
Well, I know one thing.
Oh, I used to love Dr. Ruth, though. She was so good.
If they have to go to all of that before they get down, that is well, them old people you say that is ridiculous.
Lord God.
Anyway, sweetheart, I wanted to call you direct and to wish you a very, very happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
Mr. That just got off the phone. He
Mr.
said,
Dexter, yes.
Mr. Dexter, yeah. He said he thanked God for his eyesight every morning. But I can tell you one thing. Every time I take off, I thank God for water. Because what would we do? Yeah, we got eyesight and everything. We thank him for another day, but what would we do without water, Sandy?
My gosh. So many things. Listen, we have so many things to be thankful for. Despite everything, despite the cost of living and all these excuses. Listen, Caymanians still living the dream.
We are
really
blessed
and truly.
people. And I say that to people. I say that to people all the time. I say, listen, we can come home an hour the night, push our key in our door and go in.
That's right.
We can sit out on our porch if we want, watch who cross, watch who come, watch who go. We don't hear no gunshots. We don't hear, we are not threatened by bombs. And oh my God, we are so blessed. That's why as tiny as we are, when people come here, they don't want to leave.
Yeah.
And that is God's clear and truth, says Miss Katie.
Yeah.
That was the God's clear and truth. When people come here, no one wants to leave. They will do whatever it is to stay. But girl, I don't know what you're doing today, but I want to tell you that that writer that sent you that message about learning a lot. Since I've been listening, Sandra, you know, my little granddaughter, she go Wesleyan, I think it is, and she did so well in school this year. She had about 11 awards, and I said, "Okay, are you going away on vacation?" She said, "Yes." I said, "Let Nana know when you're going," and I gave her money. Well, a good little piece of change for her to shop with. I saw where she even went to Coach store. I said, well, I declare. Anyway, I said to her, Nana, giving you your money to go away with, but you have to do me one thing. And Sandra, I learned this from you. I said, when you get back, you have to write me a 2-page essay telling me how you spent your time out of school, because I found out she only went to one camp. I said, you have to do me a 2-page essay. I want to see where your writing skills are at.
Wonderful.
And you have to do me a 2-page essay saying, telling me how you spent your time out of school and your vacation overseas. I said, that's all Nana want. You don't need to buy me anything. You don't need to do anything else. Just when you get back to do that for me.
Nice.
So I'm I'm still waiting on it. And I learned that when people say, oh, must give Gigi a break. No.
That's
We're not
right.
giving them no break.
Mm-hmm.
Not giving them no break. They need to
keep the
get
brain
in
working.
their book. And instead of sitting on their phone all day and watching TV, no, they need to be in their books. I totally agree with what you do and how you do it. You have a blessed
Thank you
birthday
so
today,
much.
and
And
may
you
God
know what,
continue.
too? Let me say this. When children get into these habits, after a while, they don't even see it as work.
Exactly.
They'll be like, oh, I want to do this. It's pleasurable for them. And that's why we have to encourage these good little, habits. And once it becomes a habit, it's like nothing. Like they're like, oh, yes, I'm going to do that. So, yeah, absolutely.
And another thing, I never gave my children games and stuff. You remember when the little games came into play, and this one that they used to get on the floor and hit the ball by the TV and all them. I didn't buy those things for my children. I have a whole library of books. I said, take a book and read. It is knowledge, reading knowledge. And I press on them. I say, whatever you learn, nobody. Remember, I tell you, nobody can take that from you.
That's right. That is absolutely right. Thank you, my darling.
Have a wonderful day, Sandra, and enjoy your birthday.
I appreciate it.
Take care.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, and like I said, listen, balance and everything. I believe in trying to live as much as possible a balanced life, right? So, nothing in excess. That doesn't normally do you well. But yes, there's a time and place for athletics. There's a time. That's why I said she got to pick 3 kind of general areas. One was physical, because we got to keep these kids moving. They spend too much time indoors. They're not running up and down like they used to. So get them physical, get them doing activities, encouraging her to ride her little bike. Can I tell you something? When we were away, we went to a skating rink, and she really hasn't done a whole lot of skating. She has these little, what do they call them, where this little skate comes out of the bottom? I forget what the name is now. Anyway, I'd bought her a pair of those, I think, last year or something. So sometimes she's rolling around the house in one of those. But I don't consider that proper skating. But can I tell you something? She got the little, they give them a little thing to hold on to kind of skate around to help them when they're not really that good at skating. In tutus, she let that go, and she was skating around that big rink all by herself. I was so shocked. Imagine at my age, I have never learned to skate. Now I'm too scared because I'm like, you break a bone at 53, honey child, not going to be problems. So I'm too scared to do it. I'm like, these kids are so amazing. You just need to give them the opportunity to go out there and live their little lives and push them out there a little bit. So we got her a little pair of skates for her birthday, and I'm going to be taking her to the skating rink here more often so she can learn how to. I always wanted to rollerblade when I was in university, but I was too scared. I'm a scaredy cat with certain things. So yes, get your kids to doing physical activities, trying a new language, trying something new to eat. Girls and boys, make them explore the world. Good morning, caller. Hello, you got to turn down your radio for me, honey child. Thank you, Miss Jennifer. Hello, caller.
Good morning, Miss
Hi.
Sandra.
Just turn down your radio for me, honey. Oh, it's so nice to hear that you're listening, because I believe this is my friend from Cayman Brack.
Yes, Mom.
Oh.
It is. I just called to wish you a happy birthday this morning.
Thank you so much.
I hope you take a good rest today on your birthday.
Thank you. Oh, my goodness. I appreciate it. How are things in Brack? I know that heat is different. I tell you what.
Oh, boy. It is warm and operated this morning, but we are getting used to it. It's no good of complaining.
Oh, that's true. That's true. You just got to stay inside and enjoy the air conditioning.
Okay, then, Miss Sandra.
Thank you, darling. I appreciate it so much.
I listen to your show every day.
Oh, my gosh, Miss Valda. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you. Have
All
a
right, my
good
dear.
day.
Thank you.
Enjoy your special day.
Thank you. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, I am so thankful that she called, and I'm so glad that Brackers be tuned in. Thank you. I feel like the Brackers get the short end of the stick. Like there's not a whole lot of radio station options there. We're hopeful that when we get settled in with our station, that we'll eventually be able to get, the tower and stuff set up in the Brack so that they can listen too. They're part of the conversation. We're all part of a big family. So, yeah, thank you, Ms. Valda. Appreciate that. Greg says, happy birthday, Sandra. Thank you for everything you do and for always keeping us informed about what's happening around us. Your efforts are truly appreciated. Wishing you a wonderful birthday filled with happiness, and may you be blessed with many, many more birthdays to come. I appreciate that, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good morning, caller. Welcome to the program.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to my nemesis. Happy birthday to you.
Oh my goodness. Good morning,
First things first, what number do I need to buy on Sunday?
Well, I'm 53, so I guess most people normally play your age. My lucky
and
number.
Then you got to turn it around so to make it 35, and then you got to take the 2 from 3 or some foolishness.
My lucky number has always been 16. So you feel free to play that too while you're at it.
All right, can I borrow some money to buy some of these numbers, please? Don't say you don't have it. Don't say you don't have it.
No. We don't waste money on gambling. Sorry.
All jokes aside, happy birthday. Thanks for all that you do. A lot of people you piss off along the way, but you do provide quality, informative service, and you tackle issues that nobody else in Cayman has ever thought of or ever tried to do. And for that, you have my ultimate respect, because you are a brave soul amongst a country of sheep. And everybody thinks Auntie Sandy should do it instead of them finding the courage to try and do and speak on some of these issues themselves. But your courage is contagious, and I've seen a lot of people stand up and speak out as a direct result of you and your platform. And as a Caymanian, thank you for doing that as your friend. Sometimes, keep it up and stop being so bad-minded towards people that speak the truth and upset all your friends that are dicks.
Lord have mercy. Are you ever going to behave yourself?
Are you making any brownies or anything?
I made some this weekend. Funny enough, I made some on Sunday. That's why I was like confirming if you were away. And when I heard you were away, I was like, well, I'm
packing. You going to be chatting my business, yo? You going to be chatting my business?
I packed them all up because I was like, well, I mean, he's not here. So
all right, next time.
But I'm making some of that custard cake today because it's been requested. My husband has asked me to make some for him. So
custard cake, is that a Caymanian thing or Jamaican thing?
Yeah,
I don't know.
You've had it before. It's my version of the Cayman. What's it called? The custard top, but I don't really make it with a custard top. But yes.
Okay. Anyway,
you've had it before, so I'm gonna put some of that together in the oven a little bit later on.
All right, behave yourself. Have a great day and have a better year.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Bye.
All right. So look at my little birthday twin, Eric. Happy birthday. I got to post him up. I'm going to post Eric. Okay, beautiful. Yeah. Somebody said they were supposed to come get some yesterday. I still have a little piece from that first batch, but child, it's been requested. So I'll be making another batch. Yep, that's going to go in the oven a little bit later on. Thank you, darling. This person says, may your day be filled with lots of love, laughter, and enough excitement. Thanks for all you do. Love you lots. Aww. Emoji. Oh. Okay. So Gigi and I are going to do a little spa moment today. So I got to confirm the appointment time. Thank you, Jake. Lots of messages coming in. I know some of y'all still thinking about what you heard this morning, trying to mull it over. I don't know what to tell y'all. Irvin's like, I need to go investigate. Thank you, Miss Alma. Thank you, Miss Mona. Miss Rosedale, thank you so much. Strong Wilt is such a troublemaker. Ask that caller, how is Carrie doing? Lord God. Oh boy. Johan, even though she blocked you. No, Johan has been unblocked for a little hot minute now. You missed that anniversary episode where he got what would you call it? You know when you're in prison, is it parole? He got parole, I think. Yes, I believe that's the right term. Yeah, Strongville. He got parole, but knowing him, he'll be back in jail soon enough. Marina, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Miss Marjorie. What a hot mess. Too funny. So over the weekend, I had this amazing, oh God, the parent message is starting already. Good morning, families. Hope you enjoyed your summer vacation. We're ready to kick off a new year. Yes, sir. Here's your PE welcome letter. So another one. Good morning, families. I'm joining as the art teacher. Aw. Gigi's gonna love you, whoever you are. Heart room. Oh, I love how her school integrates a lot of stuff like in the school day. So they do swimming. So she's, does swimming. They do art. They do Spanish. And then she has her after school activities as well. So this is her art teacher. Very nice. Beautiful. She's reached out talking about different techniques. We even bought canvas when we were away the other day. And Gigi has painted. I got to show you guys some of her paintings. So she wanted to paint and work on some stuff. And here's another teacher. She's their music teacher. We'll connect with each other, music from various cultures. And that's nice. So, okay, got a new music teacher. Speaking of music, this weekend, a new STEAM specialist. Nice. This weekend, I had the amazing opportunity to meet, to go to this culture. I'm going to post the whole thing up, but basically, I got an opportunity to go to the Beat of Our Hearts concert. And let me just tell y'all, so amazing. It just stresses to me how much talent we have right here in the Cayman Islands. Seriously. We are being blessed. We have a lot of young people who are very smart. They're talented. They just need the opportunity. And so, Mr. Willie Smith, you guys know Mr. Willie, right? He is I think is it Smith? Let me make sure I get the right name now. He's a drummer that has had, that's not his name. Mr. Willie, oh Lord, where's my program? Somebody help me out here. But remember when the Ministry of Sports came on, Sports, Youth, Culture and Heritage, and they were talking about the drumming camp. So he actually did a special portion of it. And I don't know if it was open to all the campers or how, but they then performed sort of a celebratory event this weekend to demonstrate what they learned. And oh my gosh, I was so impressed. What's Mr. Stewart? Thank you. Lord have mercy. I'm like Willie Smith. That doesn't sound right. Mr. Willie Stewart. And he is so talented. Let me tell you something. When you see him on the drums, he was actually at the Red Sky at Night. They had invited him to come and he performed with our Swanky. Man, I tell you, that man can work the drums. So I was so pleased to see our young people getting this level of exposure. Listen, when the government is putting on these events, right? They're putting them on for free. You have no excuses whatsoever. Make your children attend, right? Sign them up. This is like, you know, when I think about my experiences as a child, right? The thing I remember, it was stuff like this. I was saying to someone the other day, when I lived in Tampa, back in those days, our school, although I went to government school, it was actually really, really good. Elementary school, they would take us to like all sorts of amazing field trips. First time I saw an alligator. We went to different parks. We got to go canoeing. I mean, just things that were just so much fun and so amazing. And so when people say that we don't have enough going on here in Cayman, I shake my head because I'm like, y'all sure about that? We have a lot that's going on. And these kids are doing a fantastic job. They have fantastic opportunities, right? To get involved in so many things. Involve your children. Stop complaining and moaning and moaning about what we don't have and be thankful for the things that we do have. Because I can tell you what, everybody else coming to Cayman and taking advantage of it. So y'all better step up. I've been getting complaints like, Sandy, all these back to school things that's going on. It's not even the Caymanian children benefiting. Well, if other children are here from other countries and they see the benefit of it and they're getting a free backpack and whatever, they're showing up, they're doing them. When we need to show up, we need to do likewise. Okay? So stop finding excuses to not participate and not be part of these events and not encourage your children. Because I'm going to show y'all a little snippet here. The folk singers were there and they also performed with them. But I can tell you what, this was amazing. I so enjoyed it. These kids really impressed me. And basically, I had a week for this to prepare for this drumming program. Big shout out to the Foster's group, who were one of the was the headline sponsor. And then also Flo stepped up to the plate and assisted as well. So let me see here now. I got a little. Oh, this was towards the end. Hold on. Let me find another snippet here, because I want you guys to hear some of the drumming. Oh my gosh, this is just so amazing. And then I'm gonna post up the full video a bit later on, okay?
It's called Batuka the Samba from Brazil. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yay, yay. Look ready. Get ready. I'll turn off. All right.
All right. So I'm going to post it up. It was beautiful. Yes, that was at the Intergenerational Hub. And, there's different types of, Andrew says we should try to learn African drums, release some frustrations. At the beginning, he actually did a little introduction into the different types of drums and stuff. It was so fascinating. So I'm going to share that on our social media pages a little bit later on. Today, it was beautiful. Thank you to the Ministry of Youth, Sports, Culture, and Heritage. A phenomenal event, phenomenal camp for the children, as well as all the other summer camps that they had on. So as the summer now is winding up, and I'm sure some of you are already thinking ahead in terms of perhaps what you'd like to do next year with the children, look into these opportunities. And out of this now, we actually have an amazing event that's going to be a drumming concert that is going to be put on for February the 13th. So please, mark your calendars for that. So we had a good opportunity to interview him as well. So I will include that into the stream that we're going to put up. But it was very, very nice. It was beautiful. Thank you so much. All right. Strong Wilt says, I totally agree with you, Auntie Sandy. The football last weekend, it was a poor support. It was mostly expats supporting. Come on, Caymanian. Step up, step up, step up. It's your country. Support. Like, seriously. Thank you, Miss Barbara. More birthday greetings coming in. Somebody said that their husband's birthday is today as well. It's tomorrow. And they said, I knew there was a reason my spirit took to you. Do the Cayman mugs come in black? I only saw blue and red, but I can certainly check it out and see. But aren't they nice? Lovely. Nice. All right. Someone says you need to do a youth corner. Do want to carry in Cayman Got Talent. Yes, I mean, listen, we have several youth shows that we need to roll out. That's all in the works as well. But once again, if you have a show idea and if you want to take charge and you want to get it done, by all means, I invite you guys to come and be part of that. Oh yes, these are from Becky's Closet. Go tell them that CMR told you to come in and get your mugs. I'm going to do a little post there as well. Thank you so much. All right, that's all she wrote. We got to go get her birthday day started around here. Thank you, Miss Ann. Becky's Closet. Go get your mug, honey child. They sell school uniforms and other stuff too. Okay. See you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Okay. Wonderful. Yep, we'll be here. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of The Cold Hard Truth on Bobo 89.1 FM. Cayman's #1 talk show is live weekdays from 7:30 a.m. Never miss an episode again. Watch anytime on CMR's Facebook and YouTube channels for the latest show episodes. Don't forget to follow us online on our social media channels. And visit CaymanMarlRoad.com for all the latest news and community happenings.